Thought I moved to Sydney to get a little piece of the city life they're talking about in the 90s, where everyone I meet don't wanna know my name, they wanna know what I do for a living.
And I've got, well, you know, that's, well, honey, if it works, it works.
Don't record, you're recording.
Don't you record this?
Not that.
Anyway,
Songs don't earn money, fill my pockets with cash every time I go busking. Everything I want's getting further out of reach, like a funky little apartment down in Bondi. I've been getting cozy with a Kiwi boy, he'd kill me if I said he was sweet as apple pie.
hello everyone, welcome to Urban Kitchen. Today we are having a chilled out Sunday afternoon. We've all had a very big weekend and today there's a few friends coming over and I'm making lamburgers, or the good Australian hamburger, and we're going to call them lamburgers today. So just for the ingredients, what we've got is, we've obviously got some hamburger buns, we have some cucumbers. I'll just get rid of the beer. I'll talk about the beer later on. It's burgers and beer today for lunch. Some tomatoes, some onion, a lemon, a cucumber. Over here, these are optional ingredients. So when you make a hamburger, a lot of it's personal, but I just want to show you today what I think the great Australian hamburger is, or lamburger. So beetroot, very important on the great Australian hamburger or lamburger for today. We've got some dill cucumbers as well that you can put on there, and also we're going to melt some cheese. So I just want to talk about the lamb now, which I'm using, and what I've done here is I've used lamb strips which I've minced myself. Now it's a personal choice. I prefer to mince my own lamb because you know what's going in there. And what I've put in there today is I've grated about half an onion just on a normal grater, and I've mixed that in with 1 clove of garlic and 1 chilli and some parsley. Okay, so to mince the lamb, I've used a food processor, so whatever food processor you have at home is quite fine, and you can see I've minced it quite fine, and then I've mixed in the ingredients after that. The other ingredients to help combine the lamb burgers so that they don't fall apart is flour and milk. So I'm just putting a couple of tablespoons of flour into the mince and a 1/4 cup of milk, and that helps to combine all the ingredients. So make sure that's well mixed. I've added pepper and salt. Right. And that's ready to make the hamburgers. One of the great ingredients that I like to put into my hamburgers is some nice grilled onions. So I'm just going to slice some onion and get that cooking. Just try and slice as finely as you can. And we're just putting some olive oil into here. Australian olive oil. Oh, it's very good. I'll just cook these onions down till they're nice and brown and nearly caramelised. They'll be lovely on top. Okay, so I'm just getting the patties together now. It can get a little bit messy, but you just roll this. And another trick, actually, it's actually a good idea to have a little bit of water to dip your hands in, because that'll stop the lamb sticking. And about a golf ball, just a little bit bigger than a golf ball. And I'm just going to do that until all the meat's done. So I'm just going to cook the patties now, and what you do is you take your patty that you want to cook, and I just flatten it out using a utensil to the thickness that you like. So where have you had, do you think, your best hamburger? I'm just going to cut up the tomato and the cucumber now, and my best hamburger that I've ever had, I think, in my life so far, is around about the early 80s, just as I finished school, and I was travelling down southern New South Wales actually, to a place called Narooma. And we stopped off at the corner shop of Maruya, which is a little bit north of Narooma, and we had the best hamburgers there. They were fantastic. And for me, a hamburger isn't a hamburger unless it has beetroot and a bit of barbecue sauce on it. So that's been my favourite hamburger. The beer that we're having today is a Pilsner from Fremantle in Western Australia, and it's called Little Creatures, and it's a fabulous light Pilsner.
Very smoky.
Very good, and it's very smoky, but it's a barbecue. We should be outside, but whatever. There's a water ban in Australia at the moment, so it's fire ban, so we can't be outside.
I didn't hear you leave. I wonder how am I still here? And I don't wanna move.
So I'm going to put the hamburger together now, and as you can see, I've got some tomato and some cucumber, put up some dill pickles, some beetroot, some lettuce, and my beer, of course, which is getting very thirsty. Nice. Now, these are the rolls that I'm using. I like to take them completely separate, and I also just like to take a little bit of the bread out. Okay, so I'm just going to put some onion. And just a little bit of barbecue sauce, or which I like barbecue sauce, so whichever barbecue sauce or sauce that you would like. And we're just going to put the roll on there for a little minute. Okay, so now we've come over to the base, and I'm going to add the lettuce, some tomato, a couple of pieces of cucumber, a piece of beetroot, and a couple of dill pickles. There we go.
I'll do what I want, but
Another version is for this one. We're going to put a slice of cheese, some onion once again, and this time I'm going to use some chili jam. And once again, we just put the bun over the top. And the cheese, just give it a little bit of cheese time to melt the cheese. And we'll put another one over. And there we have a cheeseburger.